Jas Public School welcomes you all to learn in this quarantine period. So, as I already told you, the purpose of this channel is to make you very good learners in the NEET chemistry as well as for the JEE advanced examinations. So, it is just a topic of organic naming reactions. So, within few minutes, you can learn or as well as revise the organic naming reactions whatever you learned in your 11th as well as in the 12th standard. ஸோ லெட் மீ பி பைலிங்குவல். இந்த வீடியோ மூலமாக நீ பார்க்க போகிறது என்ன அப்படின்னா ஆர்கானிக் நேமிங் ரியாக்ஷன்ஸ் 11th 12th ரெண்டுலேயுமே உள்ள ஆர்கானிக் நேமிங் ரியாக்ஷன்ஸ் தான். ஸோ உன்னோட என்சிஆர்டி புக்கில் இருக்குது, பட் ஹெச்எஸ்சி தமிழ்நாடு ஹெச்எஸ்சியில் இல்லை அப்படின்ற ஒரு சில நேமிங் ரியாக்ஷன்ஸும் இதோடு சேர்ந்து தான் வரும். ஸோ இஃப் யூ விஷ் டு வாட்ச் திஸ் then you can continue watching the whole video. So first reaction, Sandmeyer reaction. The Sandmeyer reaction is very much important. This is very simple. We all know that. So aromatic benzene diazonium chloride. So this benzene diazonium chloride in presence of copper chloride or copper bromide or copper cyanide, it can give us a chlorobenzene, halobenzene it can give us, and then the nitrogen gas will be liberated. So the main note of this Sandmeyer reaction is it is aromatic nucleophilic substitution reaction. சரியா, இதுதான் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஸோ அரோமேட்டிக் நியூக்ளியோஃபிலிக் சப்ஸ்டியூஷன் ரியாக்ஷன். இதில் என்ன நியூக்ளியோஃபிலிக் சப்ஸ்டியூட் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா the halogen is substituted, isn't it, in the place of any diazonium chlorideனாலும் சரி அல்லது in the case of methyl aniline எல்லாத்துலேயுமே நீ 3 examples I have given you. In all these 3 examples you can understand. So the next one is the same thing. Aniline is converted into benzene diazonium chloride by means of treating the aniline with sodium nitrite with HCl. It is converted into benzene diazonium chloride. So first என்ன அப்படின்னா ஒரு பென்சீன் ரிங்கில் NH2 இருக்கிறதுக்கு பேர் அனிலின். இந்த அனிலின் is converted into benzene diazonium chloride. The reaction you might have learned it as a diazotization reaction. So diazotization பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா ரெட் ஆரஞ்சு டை அப்படின்னு படிச்சிருப்போம். இதுதான் வந்து benzene diazonium chloride. Now this benzene diazonium chloride is undergoing a Sandmeyer reaction. So Sandmeyer reaction, if I take copper chloride, then I can get the product as chlorobenzene. If I take copper bromide, then the product will be bromobenzene. Next reaction is Gattermann reaction. So Sandmeyer and Gattermann, both of them are related reactions. Benzene diazonium chloride. In the case of Sandmeyer, we have given as copper chloride or copper bromide, like that. Here it is, the copper is present in a metallic state. It is very much important. In Gattermann, the copper is present in the metallic state, and then instead of copper chloride like that, in Sandmeyer reaction, here in Gattermann, it is denoted by any acid, mineral acids, HCl, hydrochloric acid, or hydrogen bromide, like that. Any acids are added so that I can get the same answer, chlorobenzene and bromobenzene. The liberation of nitrogen also the same. So Sandmeyerக்கும் Gattermannக்கும் ஒரே ஒரு difference. The difference of Sandmeyer and Gattermann is, in the case of Sandmeyer, copper is used as a copper halide, whereas in Gattermann the copper is used in a metallic state. Okay, so this is the main difference between Sandmeyer and Gattermann reaction. So among these two reactions, Sandmeyer reaction and Gattermann reaction, which is a better method? Sandmeyer, the yield is nearly 92%, whereas in the case of Gattermann, the yield is only 64%. So Sandmeyer reaction is found to be better than the Gattermann reaction. So let us move on to the next equation. Boltzmann reaction. Boltzmann reaction, it is also from the benzene diazonium chloride. When this benzene diazonium chloride is treated with fluoroboric acid, we can get the fluorobenzene. Sorry students, actually this fluoroboric acid, it is the name of the second structure. Here it is given wrongly. You just change it. Fluoroboric acid means HbF4. Okay. So you can get the answer as fluorobenzene with the liberation of nitrogen and boron trifluoride. So this reaction is mainly occurs in the low temperature. The promoter for this reaction is ammonium chloride. It is very much important. The promoter of Boltzmann reaction is ammonium chloride. Next one, how this mechanism of Boltzmann reaction undergoes. The first one, aniline is treated with fluoroboric acid as well as in presence of sodium nitrite. It forms a benzene diazonium salt of fluoroboric acid, and then in presence of sunlight or sand or on heating, it is converted into fluorobenzene. Okay, second one method we have given you. Directly the aniline is converted into fluorobenzene by means of 70% of pyridine or hydrogen fluoride is added with the sodium nitrite. So by this mean also the aniline can be converted into fluorobenzene. So reactions of diazonium salts. So for the three reactions, Sandmeyer, Gattermann and Boltzmann. In all these three reactions, we have seen about the diazonium salt, isn't it? So the replacement by chloro, bromo, cyano இதெல்லாம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா சாண்ட்மேயர். கேட்டர்மேன் ரியாக்ஷன் அப்படின்னா குளோரின் அண்ட் புரோமின் ஒன்லி அவைலபிள். பால்ஷீமன் ஃப்ளூரோ, அயடோ, ஹைட்ரிடோ, hydroxyl and then nitro. All these groups can be replaced. So reactions involving retention of diazonium group, that is what called as coupling reaction. Coupling reaction also I have given you in the last slides, I think so. Okay. Finkelstein reaction. So Finkelstein reaction, it is nothing but it is a halogen exchange reaction. Instead of one halogen, the another halogen will be replaced. For example, the R group can be any alkyl group. Here I have chosen R group. That's why I have chosen as a R group, RCl plus NaI. Now this RCl, instead of alkyl chloride, it will be liberated as alkyl iodide with the liberation of sodium chloride. And then the same thing in presence of acetone on heating. Instead of bromine, iodine can be replaced. Okay, it is just a halogen exchange reaction. So the main thing about this Finkelstein reaction is this reaction can happen only in the forward direction. It does not reverse reaction. It undergoes only in a forward direction. So the chlorine only can be replaced by means of iodine. As well as the same way I can say bromine can be easily replaced by iodine, whereas the reverse cannot happen. So this is very much important. Iodine cannot be replaced by chlorine or bromine. Chlorine and bromine only can be replaced by iodine. Next reaction is a Schwarz reaction. This Schwarz reaction also one of the halogen exchange reaction. This is mainly for fluoro cases. So methyl bromide, when it is treated with silver fluoride, it is converted into silver fluoride plus AgBr, silver bromide. Okay, methyl fluoride plus silver bromide. So here you can consider AgBr மட்டும் தனியா வெளியில எடுத்துட்டு ஒரு பாக்ஸ் போட்டு அப்படின்னா ரிமைனிங் என்ன இருக்கு. So Finkelstein Schwarz, both of them are known as halogen exchange reaction. So in these halogen exchange reaction, the point we must note is chlorine and fluorine, chlorine as well as bromine. These two can be replaced by means of iodine. The reaction is said to be Finkelstein. Whereas in the case of fluorine, fluorine எப்போ ப்ராடக்டாக வேணும்னு நினைக்கிறோமோ அப்போ அந்த ரியாக்ஷனுக்கு பேர் என்ன, Schwarz reaction. Okay, next one is so Finkelstein and Schwarz reaction. This is just a brief note about it. So Finkelstein reaction, it is used to the conversion of chloroalkane or bromoalkane or to iodoalkane. இப்போ தான் நான் சொன்னேன், ஒரு குளோரோவோ அல்லது புரோமோவோ இருக்குது அப்படின்னா அது அயோடோ அப்படின்னு மாற்றுறதுக்கு தான் என்னது Finkelstein. அதே இது Schwarz reaction அப்படின்னு பார்த்துட்டோன்னா குளோரைடு அல்லது புரோமைடு எப்படி இருக்கோ அதை ஃப்ளூரைடாக மாற்றுறதுக்கு தான் என்ன ரியாக்ஷன், Schwarz reaction. ஸோ Finkelstein is mainly for chloro, bromo, 2 iodo. SWATS is mainly for chloro, bromo, 2 fluoro. So what are the fluorinating agents we can use? Silver fluoride and then mercury fluoride, cobalt fluoride, stibbium fluoride. All these are the reagents we can use for the Schwarz reaction. So the next reaction is Wurtz reaction. So Wurtz reaction, it can be used in the organic chemistry, organometallic chemistry, and in polymers also. It is also like a coupling reaction. So single electron transfer from sodium metal to the alkyl halide, which dissociates to form an alkyl radical and sodium halide salt. So another molecule of sodium which performs another single electron transfer to alkyl radical to form a nucleophilic carbanion. இது ஃபுல்லாக இப்படிலாம் நீ மனப்பாடம் பண்ணுறதை விட ஈஸியாக ஞாபகம் வைக்கிறதுனா உட்ஸ் ரியாக்ஷன் இஸ் அ SN2 reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this reaction, the example RX plus 2NaX, அந்த நடுவில் இருக்க 2NaX மட்டும் கட்டம் போட்டு வெளியில் எடுத்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா ரிமைனிங் குரூப் we can get. So ethyl bromide, 2 molecules of ethyl bromide they have chosen, and then 2 sodium, metallic sodium. ஸோ அதில் நடுவில் 2NaBr அதை மட்டும் பாக்ஸ் போட்டு எடுத்துட்டோம் அப்படின்னா the compound we get is butane, N-butane. And then Wurtz-Fittig reaction. ஸோ Wurtz-Fittig reaction அப்படின்னா Wurtz-Fittig இது ரெண்டும், அதாவது உட்ஸ் ரியாக்ஷனோட எக்ஸ்டெண்டட் வேர்ஷன் தான் என்ன அப்படின்னா Wurtz-Fittig reaction. ஸோ Wurtz-Fittig reaction, உட்ஸ் ரியாக்ஷன் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா இட் இஸ் மெயின்லி ஃபார் அல்கைன்ஸ். இப்போ ரெண்டு சிமெட்ரிக்கல் காம்பவுண்ட்ஸ் ரெண்டுமே அல்கைல் சிஸ்டம் அப்படின்னா உட்ஸ் ரியாக்ஷன் வி கேன் கோ. Wurtz-Fittig reaction அப்படின்றப்ப either one can be alkyl, another one can be a aryl group also. This is what called as Wurtz-Fittig reaction. So alkyl aromatic hydrocarbons. So the main purpose of Wurtz-Fittig reaction is to prepare alkyl aromatic hydrocarbons. So bromobenzene, when it is treated with 2 metallic sodium and then methyl bromide in presence of dry ether, we can form a toluene. So this is also an example of Wurtz-Fittig reaction. This is nothing but dibromobenzene, para dibromobenzene, when it is treated with methyl iodide in presence of ether, diethyl ether, that's why we can get a dimethyl benzene also. Okay, next one, this is test yourself. So you must identify which reaction is this one. நீங்கள் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியுதா, இது கரெக்டாக தான் இருக்கா அப்படின்றத செக் பண்ணி பாரு. எது வந்து ஃபெங்கல்ஸ்டீன், எது ஃபிட்டிக், எது சான்மேயர், எது. ஸோ இது ஃபுல்லாக இந்த ஹோல் வீடியோ நீ வாட்ச் பண்ணேன்னா எதெல்லாம் வந்து உனக்கு என்னென்ன குழப்பமான ரியாக்ஷன்ஸோ அதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் தெளிவாகலாம். ஸோ லைக் திஸ் only your NEET question paper or JEE question paper will be. So you must be in a position to identify which reaction is this one. For example, when you see that there is a ether, dry ether, in the second one there is ether as a reagent. ether அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோன்னே என்ன வந்துடணும், Wurtz-Fittig reaction or Fittig reaction or Wurtz, இதுதான் ஞாபகம் வரணும். அடுத்து அதே மாதிரி Cu2X2 அப்படி எது இருக்கா, கண்டிப்பாக அது சான்மேயர் ரியாக்ஷன். அண்ட் தென் ட்ரை அசிட்டோன் வருதா, அப்போ என்ன ரியாக்ஷன். ஸோ லைக் திஸ் யூ ஹாவ் டு correlate. Next one, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So Friedel-Crafts alkylation, this reaction is mainly for the benzene with alkyl halide. So benzene with alkyl halide in presence of Lewis acid catalyst. Not only aluminum chloride, it can be of BF3 also. Any Lewis acid can be used as a catalyst. So aromatic compound, when it is treated with methyl chloride, we can get the main product as toluene and then byproduct hydrochloric acid. This is very simple reaction. And then acylation. அல்கைலேஷன் அசைலேஷன் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அல்கைல் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறேன்னா மெத்தில், எத்தில், ப்ரொப்பைல், தீஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் குரூப்ஸ் ஆர் அட்டாச்டு டு த பென்சீன் ரிங். வேரஸ் அசைலேஷன், அசைல் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோன்னா அந்த அல்கைல் குரூப்போட ஒரு C டபுள் பாண்ட் O ஆட் பண்ணிக்கோ. ஸோ CH3CO, that is what called as acyl group. So the same Lewis acid catalyst, benzene, and then acylating reagent is here acetyl chloride. So when you consider like this, you can get the compound as Acyl group added to the aromatic compound by Friedel-Crafts acylation. So the byproduct is HCl. Next one, Friedel-Crafts mechanism. How this Friedel-Crafts mechanism occurs? So first one, formation of electrophile. Electrophile அப்படின்னா என்ன? Phile or philic means loving. Electrophilic or electrophile means electrons loving. So who will love electrons? Obviously the positively charged. So the electrophile must be positively charged. So like this you have to correlate and learn, then only you won't forget it. Okay students? So this is electrophile, and then the second step, the electrophile is attacked by a double bond of the pi bond of the benzene ring, and in the third step it there is a loss of proton. So this is once again the slide related to Friedel-Crafts alkylation, how it occurs. Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, one more example I have given you. So benzene with any alkyl chloride, we can get the simply the R group is attached to the benzene ring. That's it. And then in the acyl group also, the same acyl group will be attached to the benzene ring. So now this is a very important slide. You must know difference between Friedel-Crafts acylation and alkylation. So when I say about acylation reaction, acylation அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோன்னா it is the involvement of only acyl group with the aromatic ring. When I say about alkylation, it is a addition of alkyl group to aromatic ring. That's all. So exchange of the acyl group, exchange of the alkyl group, uses acyl halide and aromatic compound as a catalyst, whereas here I can use only the alkyl halide and an aromatic compound as a catalyst. Electrophile is a positively charged acyl group, whereas electrophile is a positively charged alkyl group. And then involves the formation of resonance structures of the carbocation formed, involves the rearrangement of carbocation. So here in the case of acylation, it is the formation of resonance structure, whereas in the case of alkylation, it is the rearrangement of the carbocation. This is the very important point you must know. Whereas the others are similar, you can easily remember. The last point is very much important. Acylation involves the resonance structure formation, whereas alkylation involves the rearrangement of the carbocation. Next one, Riemer-Tiemann reaction. So this Riemer-Tiemann reaction is very simple. In so many times you might have learned for your board examination. The same reaction, phenol, when it is treated with chloroform in presence of aqueous sodium hydroxide, we can get sodium phenoxide as an intermediate. The sodium phenoxide in presence of sodium hydroxide, we can get a aldehyde group is attached to the ortho position. Okay, so this is very much important. What is the intermediate formed here? So intermediate formed here is nothing but benzyl chloride. Okay, so benzyl chloride mechanism கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. Mechanism of the reaction is nothing but dichlorocarbene. Dichlorocarbene also it produces. From this dichlorocarbene only we can get a product as salicyl aldehyde. So this is the chloroform CHCl3. So this chloroform, when OH minus is nothing but it is a nucleophile. Yeah? So in the nucleophile, negative charge of this OH minus, it attacks the hydrogen of the chloroform, so that the bond moves to the carbon, and then the bonding electrons are represented as negative sign. And then we have to remove one more electron from there with the bonding electron, so it becomes a CCl2. That is what called as dichlorocarbene. So let me say it in Tamil also. It is very much important. Riemer-Tiemann reaction பொறுத்தளவு என்ன அப்படின்னா, இப்போ CHCl3 இருக்கு, அதில் இருக்க ஹைட்ரஜன், அந்த ஹைட்ரஜனை தான் யார் அட்டாக் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னா நியூக்ளியோஃபைல். நியூக்ளியோஃபைல்னா என்ன? நியூக்ளியோஃபைல், ஃபைல் மீன்ஸ் ஃபிலிக், லவ்விங், நியூக்ளியஸ் லவ்விங். Nucleus always represents positive. So positive loving. Positive, who will love positive? Obviously the negative charge. So the nucleophile must be a negatively charged. So the negatively charged nucleophile goes and attacks the hydrogen, and then it proceeds the reaction dichlorocarbene. So once again, the same Riemann-Tiemann reaction is given. Next one, Gold's reaction. In Gold's reaction, phenol in presence of sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium phenoxide, and then in presence of carbon dioxide, it forms 2-hydroxybenzoic acid. So the only difference between Riemann-Tiemann and Gold's reaction is, in the case of Riemann-Tiemann, aldehyde, salicyl aldehyde is produced, whereas in the case of Gold's reaction, salicylic acid is produced. Both are similar. And then Rosenmund reduction, it is very important reaction. Here the acyl chloride or acid chloride is converted into aldehyde. So hydrogen, palladium and barium sulfate, there are three things I have written there. So reduction, so obviously hydrogen is present, and then some anyhow a metal must be present there as a reducing agent, that is what palladium. Why this barium sulfate is added? So barium sulfate is nothing but it is a catalytic poison. Why it is so catalytic poison? The reaction should not proceed further. It should not reduced further. ஸோ ஒரு ஆல்டிகைட் இன்னும் ஃபர்தராக ரெடியூஸ் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா இட் கேன் கன்வெர்ட் இன்டு primary alcohol. So it should not happen. It should not reduced to primary alcohol. We must stop the reduction. That's why the catalytic poison is added. Okay. So the purpose of addition of catalytic poison is to stop the further reduction of aldehydic group. So Rosenmund reduction means the acid chloride is converted into aldehyde. Once again, I have given you the same thing, not with the R group. Instead of R group, we have replaced it with benzene ring system. And then Stephen's reaction. Stephen's reaction means tin chloride when it is treated with HCl. We can get the same tin chloride, whereas the two nascent hydrogens can be given. These two nascent hydrogens, when it is treated with the cyano group, it can produce a aldehyde. That's what we have seen here. So instead of this, you can write it in a single step also. That's why I have given as a R choice. And then Itard reaction, it is very important. Itard reaction, toluene when it is treated with chromium, chromyl chloride, CrO2Cl2, it is chromyl chloride. In presence of carbon disulfide, we can get a chromium complex as an intermediate. In presence of H3O plus, we can get benzaldehyde. So it is very much important reaction, Itard reaction. Okay. So CH3 is converted into CHO. இதை மட்டும் நல்லா ஞாபகத்தில் வச்சுக்கோ. CH3 of the toluene group is converted into CHO, that is aldehydic group. Next one, Gattermann-Goetz reaction. So Gattermann reaction அப்படின்னு மட்டும் நம்ம தனியாக பார்த்தோம். Now it is Gattermann-Goetz reaction. Gattermann-Goetz reaction means benzene is treated with carbon monoxide and hydrochloric acid. In presence of aluminum chloride or copper chloride, it is converted into aldehyde. Clemmensen reduction. Clemmensen reduction, in presence of zinc amalgam, it is converting the CO group into CH2. So Clemmensen reduction அப்படின்னாலே நம்மளுக்கு தெரிய வேண்டியது என்னன்னா C double bond O is converted into CH2 group. அவ்வளோதான். Whether it can be aldehyde or ketone. Aldehyde, ketone யாராக இருந்தாலும் சரி, C double bond O is converted into CH2. So once again, one more example of Clemmensen reduction. Next one, Wolff-Kishner reduction. So Wolff-Kishner reduction means a second deprotonation yields a new anion from which a carbanion dissociates as a high energy leaving group. The loss of nitrogen gas moves the process forward. So Wolff-Kishner reduction is also very much simple. You can see here, aldehydic group is converted into CH3. So Clemmensenலையும் Wolff-Kishner or both are similar. Here in the Clemmensen reduction, CO group is converted into CH2. Whereas in Wolff-Kishner, CHO group is converted into CH3. And then in the case of Etard reaction la பார்த்தோம்னா CH3 is converted into CHO. Okay. ஸோ உல்ஃப் கிஷ்னர் எட்டாடும் உல்ஃப் கிஷ்னரும் அப்படியே மாற்றி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோ. இன் எட்டாட் ரியாக்ஷன் CH3 is converted into CHO, whereas in Wolff Kishner CHO is converted into CH3. Okay. Next one, aldol condensation. So aldol, from this name itself I can know aldol. You just split the word. ALD, ald represents aldehyde. OL represents alcohol. So in a same compound I will have aldehyde and alcohol. That's why it is named as aldol. So aldol அப்படின்னா ஒரு aldehyde ஒரு alcohol ரெண்டுமே சேர்ந்தே இருக்கும் ஒரே காம்பவுண்டில். சரியா? So they have given you some of the acceptor and donor as well as an enolate ion also. And then crossed aldol condensation. Crossed aldol condensation அப்படின்னா the condition is both the carbonyl have compounds have alpha hydrogen, then we cannot control which is the donor and which is the acceptor. So if we choose one carbonyl compound that does not have alpha hydrogen, it only acts as an acceptor. But adding the donor to a dilute solution of acceptor, we can control the reaction to give only one product. It is nothing but aldol condensation அப்படின்னாலே the condition for aldol condensation is presence of alpha hydrogens. alpha hydrogen அப்படின்னா என்ன? ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷனல் குரூப்புக்கு பக்கத்தில் இருக்க கார்பனில் அட்டாச் ஆகிருக்க ஹைட்ரஜனுக்கு பேர் தான் என்னது? ஆல்ஃபா ஹைட்ரஜன். ஸோ ஆல்ஃபா ஹைட்ரஜன் இஸ் வெரி மச் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் தேர். ஸோ த நெக்ஸ்ட் ரியாக்ஷன் இஸ் Cannizzaro reaction. Cannizzaro reaction, it is very much important. If you choose any, the condition for this Cannizzaro reaction is absence of alpha hydrogen. இப்போ aldol condensation பார்க்குறப்ப என்ன சொன்னோம்? Presence of alpha hydrogen is the condition. Whereas in the case of Cannizzaro reaction, absence of alpha hydrogen is the condition. அப்போ alpha hydrogen அப்படின்னா என்ன? Once again let me repeat. ஃபங்க்ஷனல் குரூப் அட்டாச் ஆகிருக்க கார்பனில் என்ன ஹைட்ரஜன் இருக்கோ அதுக்கு பேர் தான் ஆல்ஃபா ஹைட்ரஜன். ஸோ ஃபங்க்ஷனல் குரூப் அட்டாச்டு டு அ கார்பன் தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ஆல்ஃபா கார்பன். ஸோ த ஹைட்ரஜன் அட்டாச்டு டு திஸ் ஆல்ஃபா கார்பன் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் ஆல்ஃபா ஹைட்ரஜன். ஸோ ஃபார் திஸ் Cannizzaro reaction, absence of alpha hydrogen is must. ஸோ பென்சால்டிகைடு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோன்னே உனக்கு என்ன தோணுன்னா, அப்போ சிஹெச்ஓவோட அட்டாச் ஆகிருக்க கார்பனில் தான் C6H5ன்னு இருக்கே அப்படின்னா, இட் இஸ் நாட் ஸோ. த ஃபினைல் குரூப் இஸ் apart from this. Why is it so? Because all the electrons are delocalized over there. It is not particular to a single carbon atom. Okay, so Cannizzaro reaction அப்படின்னாலே we have to choose a aldehyde. அந்த aldehyde எடுத்துக்கணும். ரெண்டு aldehyde எடுக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா one will be oxidized, another one will be reduced. So aldehyde oxidize பண்ணால் acid, it is converted into acid. When you reduce the aldehyde, it is converted into primary alcohol. So one oxidation as well as reduction, both of them can take place in the case of Cannizzaro reaction. So you can just read about this and then Cannizzaro reaction mechanism overall. So two molecules of any aldehyde in presence of concentrated potassium hydroxide on heating, it is converted into RCOO minus, it is nothing but acid, and then RCH2OH, it is nothing but primary alcohol. So restriction or the condition for this Cannizzaro reaction is there should not be any alpha hydrogen. ஸோ ஆல்ஃபா ஹைட்ரஜன்னா உனக்கு என்ன அப்படின்னு புரியணுன்றக்காக தான் திரும்ப ஒன்று கொடுத்துருக்கேன். திரும்ப ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் நோட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அந்த ஆரோ த ஹைட்ரஜன் ரெப்ரசன்ட்ஸ் த ஆல்ஃபா ஹைட்ரஜன்ஸ். இங்கே பென்சால்டிகைடு பென்சீன் ரிங் சிஸ்டமில் பார்த்தோன்னா we cannot say like that. Next one is Hell-Olgard-Zelensky reaction. So in this Hell-Olgard-Zelensky reaction, the acid group, the OH group is converted into a Br. Okay, so C double bond OH, the acidic group is converted into a COH Br. How it is? The rearrangement also takes place. So the enol form of the acyl bromide serves as a nucleophilic intermediate. Ketoenol tautomerism அப்படின்னு படிச்சிருப்போம், அதான் இது. So the first step is the formation of acyl bromide and which enolizes more easily than the acid does. ஆசிடை விட அந்த ஈனால் ஃபார்ம்னா ஈஸியாக அது ரீஅரேஞ்ச் ஆயிரும். அதனால தான் Hell-Olgard-Zelensky reaction. So C double bond OOH is converted into CBr C double bond OOH. Next one is Gabriel thalamide synthesis. So thalamide is a strong nucleophile displacing the halide or tosylate ion from a good SN2 substrate. This is also bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So the thalamide anion is treated with alkyl halide. Usually the primary halides only it will be considered, and then the N minus it is, instead of this minus the R group is replacing it, and then when you treat it with hydrogen N2H4 we can get the thalamide hydrazide with the primary amine. So this is the best method to prepare primary amine. Once again the primary Gabriel thalamide synthesis given. So thalamide in presence of potassium hydroxide it is converted into potassium salt of thalamide, and then this potassium salt of thalamide is converted into a N-alkyl thalamide. So instead of potassium the plus the R group is replaced, and then in presence of sodium hydroxide on hydrolysis it is converted into RNH2 and sodium salt of phthalic acid. So it is very easy as well as important reaction also. Next one, Hoffman bromamide reaction. So Hoffman bromamide reaction, simply you can remember like this: amide to amine. And amide அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோன்னா C double bond O NH2. இந்த amide வந்து என்னவா கன்வெர்ட் ஆகுது, அமீனா கன்வெர்ட் ஆகுது அப்படின்னா amide to amine, that is what called as Hoffman bromamide reaction. Next one, carbylamine. So carbylamine it is mainly for primary amines. So primary amine மட்டும்தான் இந்த reaction undergo பண்ணும். Secondary amine and tertiary amine will not undergo by this carbylamine reaction. So this alkyl isocyanide formation, this is very important because of this unpleasant smell. இந்த unpleasant smell வந்துறதுனால மூலமா மட்டும்தான் the carbylamine reaction can be identified. So any primary amine when it is treated with chloroform in presence of potassium hydroxide on heating it forms methyl isocyanide, a foul smell அப்படின்னா ஒரு bad smell, unpleasant smell. In presence of along with this we can get 3 potassium chloride and hydrogen molecule also. So it is applicable only for primary amines. Secondary amine and tertiary amine will not undergo carbylamine reaction. Okay, once again the carbylamine reaction, aniline react with chloroform and potassium alcoholic potash to form a phenyl isocyanide. So the reaction is called as carbylamine reaction. And then test for primary amine and secondary amine. So how will you test the presence of primary amine? That is by the carbylamine test. Carbylamine is applicable only for primary amine, isn't it? So by this itself we can identify the molecule is primary or secondary or tertiary. Test for secondary amine. Secondary amine அப்படின்னா எப்படி கண்டுபிடிப்பா? That is what by the Lieberman reaction. So what is this Lieberman reaction? So secondary amine it is converted into nitrosamine by treating it with the nitrous acid. First என்ன பண்றோம்? Nitrous acid. Then this resultant solution is treated with phenol and concentrated sulfuric acid. So it forms a brown or red color first, and then it is converted into green. So this color changes to red on dilution and further changes to greenish blue or violet on treating with alkali. So by this color change we can identify there is a presence of secondary amine. Okay, so this is an example of coupling reaction. Coupling reaction means it is nothing but we have to join any two aromatic rings, that is what called as coupling reaction, that is by means of N double bond N bonds. So benzene diazonium chloride, when it is treated with phenol, you just remove the molecule of HCl, we can get parahydroxyazobenzene, that is what red orange dye. This parahydroxyazobenzene with the liberation of chlorine and water. One more example is given. Instead of hydroxyl group, para-aminobenzene will also form. It is a yellow color dye. Last one, Hinsberg test. இப்போ என்ன அப்படின்னா பிரைமரி அமீன் அப்படின்னா கார்பைலமின் டெஸ்ட். ஃபார் செகண்டரி அமீன் லிபர்மேன் டெஸ்ட். ஃபார் டெர்ஷரி அமீன் ஹின்ஸ்பர்க் டெஸ்ட். ஸோ எனி டெர்ஷரி அமீன் when it is treated with DMSO, um, we can benzene sulfonamide formed from tertiary amines hydrolyzed under basic conditions to regenerate the tertiary amine. So we can get the tertiary amines, or we can identify the presence of tertiary amine from this Hinsberg test. So tertiary amines usually give a two-layer mixture. Typically the amine is top layer. Acidification of the amine gives a water soluble amine salt. So these are the different reactions, naming reactions, what you must know. So you can download this whole video, and by downloading this you can understand what are the reactions was or skipped in your higher secondary Tamil Nadu book, so that you can note down the extra reactions, and you can prepare well for your NEET examination. Thank you students. If you have any doubts you can say that in your comment section. Otherwise I am ready to do the tricks for the difficult reactions also. So if you mention this reaction is very much difficult, so இதை மட்டும் பண்ணி தரீங்களா மேம் அப்படின்னா நான் ஐ எம் ரெடி டு டூ தட் ஆல்சோ ஃபார் யூ ஆல். தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்.